If you build a solid brick wall to keep out the freezing wind, it's a visible thing, right?
Right.
It's physical.
Right. Yeah, you can actually see it and touch it.
Exactly. But step into intimate relationships, and suddenly you're hitting these walls that are completely invisible. So, okay, let's unpack this. Because to understand the sheer frustration of hitting an emotional wall, we first have to figure out its actual purpose for our deep dive today.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is how often we misinterpret self-preservation as a targeted rejection. The text we're analyzing explicitly notes that people don't usually build emotional distance to keep you, specifically, away.
Oh, interesting. So it's not really about you.
Right. They build it to protect themselves from vulnerability. I mean, it's basically a defense mechanism against getting hurt.
But as the partner on the outside, it feels entirely personal. You're just left standing there feeling completely shut out.
Oh, absolutely. It feels awful.
So is it sort of like a medieval fortress? Like the moat isn't necessarily built because they hate visitors, but because they are just terrified of having their castle sacked?
Yes, exactly. That is a perfect analogy. The defense is about their fear, not your lack of worth.
But if the barrier is that impenetrable, I just don't understand why anyone stays. Like, why would a partner keep trying to cross a wall that high?
Well, it's because of the cracks.
The cracks.
Yeah, so when someone maintains this really severe emotional distance, the baseline of intimacy is incredibly low. And the text points out that in this kind of environment, any tiny breach feels monumental.
Like what kind of breach?
Well, a fleeting glimpse of intensity or just a quiet shared moment in the shower, for example.
Oh, wow. It's almost like a sensory deprivation tank, right? Like if you're floating in pitch black, striking a single match is going to feel blindingly bright.
Precisely. The wall starves the relationship of regular connection. So those incredibly rare moments of vulnerability become hypervalued.
So what does this all mean for the person chasing it? Like, are we just tricking ourselves into valuing emotional breadcrumbs simply because the backdrop of that giant wall is so cold and bleak?
I mean, you're not really tricking yourself. Your brain is actually reacting to that stark contrast. The physiological response to those rare moments is very real.
Right, which explains the intense attraction you feel.
Exactly. And that's exactly why the frustration keeps building right alongside it. You know the profound connection is in there, you can't access it on demand.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, though. The text explores this concept of mirroring, suggesting the wall isn't always just a universal personality trait.
Right, right.
Sometimes the barrier is built, quote, for your sake. Wait, how does someone build a customized wall? Why does the relationship itself trigger it?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, a relationship-specific wall completely changes the dynamic. It means the distance isn't a permanent fixture in their overall life.
So they don't just do this with everyone.
No, not at all. It really comes down to nervous system regulation. If you are a highly intense partner who demands closeness, the other person's nervous system might perceive that demand as a threat.
Ah, so they construct the wall in real time.
Exactly, to manage your specific intensity. It might not exist when they're at work or, with casual friends. It's a custom-built barrier tailored to the pressure of your unique dynamic.
Wow. So the scarcity effect is amplified because it's highly personalized. You feel special because you're the only one triggering this intense defensive reaction, but you also feel responsible.
Yeah, you feel responsible for the fact that the barrier exists at all, which is why understanding this dynamic shifts your entire perspective.
Right, you stop internalizing their distance as a measure of your own worth.
Exactly. You realize their defense mechanism is a reflection of their own deep-seated fear.
Man, it is a wild psychological loop. So to distill everything from this deep dive, these emotional walls are primarily protective, not vindictive.
Right, it's just self-preservation.
And they act like sensory deprivation, turning rare glimpses of vulnerability into hyper-valued treasures. Plus, when those walls are customized as a mirroring response to your specific relationship, the emotional stakes just go through the roof.
They absolutely do.
It's not about your value as a partner, it's about their fear of exposure. But, it leaves you with one final, slightly dangerous thought to chew on.
Oh, what's that?
If a wall is built specifically to handle the intense emotional charge of your unique relationship, does that mean breaking it down might actually destroy the very dynamic that made the connection so magnetically attractive in the first place?